Hello guys and welcome to another video. In this video we are going to see VAI coin. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. So it's called VAIOT. I don't know how to pronounce it again, so I'm really sorry, but I will say just VAI coin in order to have a smooth video. So the market cap of this coin is around 15.9, so nearly $16 million, and it seems that this project has been around for a while, so it's been here for at least a couple of years, and the previous high was nearly $3, and now the price is unfortunately 0.063. So let's see what went wrong, or let's see how the future of this coin can be. So this project is like AI driven services powered by the first VFAA regulated digital asset. So this is some sort of regulation, VFAA, and get VFAA regulated token. Honestly speaking, all these things do not matter much, but still I hope that it creates trust in the mind of investors. Learn about VAIOT use cases. So AI legal assistance, now that's pretty interesting. Now let's try to see the tech, but it's a YouTube video, so honestly nothing concrete here. By putting a YouTube video here, you cannot expect to have some pretty powerful investment, or a lot of money to be invested in a project just because of that. So OpenAI GPT-3, ChatGPT, and ChatGPT-4. VAIOT is using GPT-3 and will integrate GPT-4 for branching the AI conversational flow and covering the unstructured parts of user flow. GPT proves to be extremely useful while sourcing legal and public administration information to provide guidance due to its broad general knowledge and problem-solving abilities. GPT-4 also is to revolutionize the Bitcoin AI legal assistant general operative model as described in technology landscape section above. So basically this is a AI legal assistant program. You can compare these things to I would say GPT-4 backed writing tools, AI writing or paragraph writing tools. Many softwares are like out there, which are backed by ChatGPT-4 and ChatGPT-3. So again, this is the same thing, but in the legal area. I guess that's what they are trying to do here. So the concept is pretty simple, I guess. Let's see here what the VAIOT is doing.
Hello, Pavel and Maciej. Hope you are doing well.
Hi, Isa. I am fine.
That's good.
Well,
Pavel,
it's a long video, so let's not get into it. But the product seems to be under the uh, construction, I can say, effortlessly now, because there is no such thing as something concrete. But let's see how this project turns out to be in the future. So there is no wonder that the price has gone down, because generally the thing is that prices tend to follow the valuation. So at this point the valuation must be crazy, around when the price was around $3. So price generally tend to follow the valuation, because valuation is the driving force in the market. And this project, although promising, it doesn't provide any value right now. Probably we'll see. This is going to be still a long video, so you cannot tell you anything correctly right now. Maybe at the end of the video we'll be able to try to find the proper valuation of this coin. But at this point it seems that from the website and from the initial look, that the product is still in the making form, and that's why they probably do not have much revenue, or you can say much users. And when you do not have much users, the price of the token is going to go to going to go lower and lower, only because there is no real actual product backing this project up. That's the biggest problem, and that's why a lot of crypto projects are having a tough time in the cryptocurrency market, because they promise big, but when it comes to the performance, they do not have that kind of solid product backing the project up. And well, that's unfortunate, but this simple reality is overlooked by most investors. I mean, if you see people who bought around this price, around $1, $2 and $3, imagine how much hope they had when they bought. They probably would be thinking to own it at around $30, I guess, or $40, I guess. They thought that they will sell at 30 or $40, but instead this happened because they overlooked the simple reality that price follows the valuation. To justify even valuation of 15 million, 16 million dollars, they need to have a net profit of around 1.5 $1.6 million with lots of future promises, meaning that at least the project will go. When they have net profit of $1.5 million a year, then only you can expect them to you can expect this tokens price to grow. So I don't see that they have $1.5 million worth of net revenue, although they have huge team, pretty impressive team. But the thing is that how much revenue they have. Let's try to find out that what amount of revenue they have from the medium. So as you can see, there is no even update after the 26th April, which is not a good thing. But let's see what the new thing they have, what the latest update they have. As many of you know, in 2020, VAIOT became first ever project regulated under Virtual Finance Assets Act in Malta. So this is in Malta, and in 2021, VAI token itself was issued via initial virtual finance asset offering. Malta was the first country to implement a comprehensive regulatory framework for ICOs. Because of this fact alone, VAIOT is set up for success by having. So well, that is not right. So because of this fact, they are saying that because of this fact alone, VAIOT is set up for success by having a future framework laid out that not only protects VAIOT but investors as well. But investors are protected when you perform, when you have a solid product, just not by having such by registering your company or your coin to Malta or places like that. It's not the way you can ensure success of investors. Investor success totally depends on what kind of product do you give to the customers, because when customers will pay you, then only investors will also get profits. So this is very, I would say, a wrong statement to say that just because they have done this VFAA Act in Malta and launched the ICO according to Malta's XYZ laws, you cannot expect your project to succeed. I mean, this is just a very foolish thing to do. You gotta focus on the core. I am not saying that this project will fail at all. I am just trying to say that this kind of statements for me are funny, because you will have to focus on the core of the product. What is your product, how it is helping humanity, what kind of profit is it making, what kind of revenue is it generating. The growth comes from inside, and inside is the product development from the team, from the top management. What kind of product they are trying to develop, that's where the growth is. That's where the growth comes from. The growth doesn't come from external factors like having your ICO registered in Malta and doing other fancy stuff. That doesn't work that way. Things are doomed to fail if you focus on external factors. When you focus on the internal factors, then only things are going to work out for you in a better way. So customers are your internal factors. Your bonding with your connection with your customer is your internal factor. Your bonding with your top management and your employees is your internal factor. And the more you focus on all these internal factors, more you are likely to grow. It's funny how things work, but this is the brutal reality. And most crypto projects, and even Finally, investors who invest in such projects overlook this simple reality, and that's why people get hurt financially and emotionally in this market. But what does this all actually mean? The Malta Financial Service Authority (MFSA) is the single regulatory financial services in Malta, and insurance investment service companies. Okay, so this is about Malta's regulatory body framework. VAIOT is regulated by the VFAA Act or VFAA and must therefore adhere to the provisions of Malta's regulatory framework supervised by Malta's Financial Service Authority. Okay, so this is basically, they are just saying that they have registered their company, cryptocurrency company, in a legal way. That's all. That's what it means. Again, this is an external factor, doesn't affect the coin. Okay, or the price of the coin. The project is closely monitored and audited by relevant. Okay, if even if project is closely monitored and audited by the Maltese authorities, will they help them? Will they help these guys create a solid product? I doubt that. Honestly, I doubt that. Will they be able to provide solid product to these guys? I don't know. So it allows us to build a trusted ecosystem and ensure transparency and security to our investors, token holders, and business partners. Therefore, VAI token holds the statue of VFAA, which makes VAI token the first ever regulated digital asset in Malta in terms of applicable Virtual Financial Asset Act. A virtual financial asset is defined by the law as being any form of digital medium recordation that is used as digital medium of exchange, unit of account, etc. So guys, honestly speaking, I respect what they have done. There is no doubt about that. If you have regulatory body over you in the cryptocurrency market, it's a great thing, but you will have to understand the reality that this doesn't affect the user growth at all. The core growth comes from users paying you, and if users are not paying you, then you cannot even justify valuation of $16. Okay, so now if you go to this price around $1, then it would be at least 20 times the current price, meaning that the valuation at the peak was probably 300 million or something like that. If you cannot justify the valuation of market cap of $16 million, then how will you be able to justify the valuation of $300 million? Where can we see that they have the revenue of at least $1.5 million, and we can be sure that this revenue will they will have this simple amount of profit every year, 1.5 million to 1.6 million dollars. Even if they have such profit, it's not a great deal to buy, because the more undervalued you buy a cryptocurrency, the better. So meaning that if they have yearly net profit of around $10 million, then their valuation becomes around $100 million. So you will probably buy at 1/6 or 1/7 cheaper. So now then only you can be safely be able to invest in this project, because personally I feel that these projects are very risky. So when they have net profit of $10 million a year, then only they can survive as the project. And as an investor, if you want to survive in the cryptocurrency market, then at least you should buy at the valuation of 1/5 or 1/6 price. And cryptocurrency market does provide you with such opportunities, and if you buy such undervalued cryptocurrencies and also try to buy it at the market's bottom cycle of the market, when Bitcoin is at its low, then there is a good chance that you will be able to make more money, because you control the risk of losing the money. And when the market is in up, when the tide flows, it carries everything with it. So when you buy extremely undervalued cryptocurrency and at the same time you try to buy it at the bottom of the market, you'll be able to make more money. So that's what I think. I can be wrong too, but my point is just to tell you how to create more opportunities for you. So again, if there is a $10 million worth of, or at least $6-7 million worth of net profit every year, and they can give that such profit back to the community, in those scenarios only, in such scenarios only, you can safely invest in such assets, because it's tough. it's tough to invest in such project and make money. And I'm not saying that you cannot do that. I'm not here to give you an investment advice. I'm just here to tell you what the reality is. So just having a great website and uh, expecting to get rich is very tough, because inner growth, as I keep saying, inner growth from customers and from the internal team members is the key thing. And inner growth means the development of your product. What kind of product are you developing? What are your daily updates? Again, this is just general information. I wanted to see what they are doing with the tokens, but again, this is just general information. They have these big names. I respect all these things, but and probably the couple of these big names are trying to support this startup, and that's why they have given them such money. But you gotta develop a product. My point is, develop a product that can really help users. That there is only one place where a cryptocurrency can actually grow from and survive in the longer term, and that is from internal growth. Internal growth means from users, how much users are paying you. That is what the internal growth is. And internal growth is a universal rule. If you try to self improve yourself, you are going to have higher income. Same way, if you keep improving your product, if you have a great product and and users keep growing and users keep paying you around $2 million, $3 million, and $4 5 million every year continuously, then you can assure yourself that okay, at least this project has some genuine demand. This project has good chance to grow because they have genuine users. They have grown internally, and because they have done this again and again since last couple of years, there is a good chance that this project can grow again in the future. But for that also, they need to have at least couple of millions of revenue, or you can say that they should have something concrete in the house, meaning that there is a guarantee that they will generate that revenue in the future. They will have that amount of net profit around $10 million in the future, no matter what. Even though you can't see it right now, you can be sure that this kind of profit will be there in the future. If you're sure about having a $10 million worth of profit this project will make in the future, then you can invest probably in such projects. Otherwise, it's very tough for just to predict, because they have some ChatGPT backed up legal solution. I think that's pretty tough, honestly speaking. I am not saying that it won't happen. I am just saying that there is a good chance that this project may fail, and there is a good chance that this project may succeed. But you gotta focus on the internal growth. Internal growth is the toughest thing for any cryptocurrency project to focus on, but that is the reality. Now let's see what the light paper says. Legal advice, number page 6. Consumer legal services. So the VAIOT AI legal assistance can make legal information services more accessible and affordable for everyday customers who may not have the time, money, and expertise to consult a lawyer. This includes a vast variety of public administration services and processes, as well as increased access to knowledge. This domain, some of the consumer use cases include legal advice, providing legal advice and guidance on various topics, thus empowering and educating users about law while providing them with guidance on specific legal or regulatory matters. So what I'm saying is that if you are sure that this product will be executed in the future, and if you think that there will be enough users to pay them $10 to $20 million every year, they will have at least that much amount of internal growth, then only you can expect such project to succeed, and as an investor you can succeed if they have such amount of or profit coming from the customers. And what about the transparency? Transparency is the biggest thing. So let's assume that these guys make around $20 million in the future, probably as net profit. And what is the guarantee that they will have all those funds given back to the community or token holders? What is the guarantee of that thing? So again, you will have to ask such questions. I am not saying, let me be clear, I am not saying that they will do such thing. What I am saying is that as an investor, it is your duty to understand all the risks, and you need to focus on the right areas. Because if you do not ask the right questions, if you do not ask if you do not focus on the right areas, then you are doomed to lose your money. Because trust me, it is your hard earned money, whether you accept that reality or not. Maybe somebody who worked hard gave it to you, or maybe you worked yourself on it and you worked really hard just to have that money. And in any circumstances, I believe that this is your hard earned money, and that's why focusing and asking the right questions, focusing on the correct areas, is the only reality when it comes to investing. So I just wanted to make it clear. So apart from that, automatic legal and public administration tasks, VAIOT AI legal assistance can help users complete and submit forms, application, claims, complaints to appropriate authorities. It can also handle. Now again, you need to ask yourself, what are these authorities? I mean, in cryptocurrency market, as users and as investors, there are thousands of different authorities on this planet with different government bodies. So what kind of authorities they are targeting? This is a real question which you should ask. I'm really sorry if I am being brutally honest, and it's possible that the team members or the community members who will see this video will hate this video probably, but I just have to be honest. And if they will try to understand my questions, then and if they adopt what I'm trying to convey here, then they will probably grow. I think one should take these things very positively rather than negatively, because now sometimes there is a thing called positive criticism. And again, I'm not criticizing this project at all. I'm just asking legitimate questions. According to me, these are legitimate questions, and I think every investor should ask such questions. So anyways, they are talking about filling the forms of appropriate authorities. Now this is just a possible use case, but do they have a product which can, I mean, if I want to complete finish a form in the local authority body, will this AI tool help me do that? I guess no. So you gotta again ask such questions if you really want to succeed as an investor, because it is your hard earned money, and you gotta targets, you gotta have the right focus and ask right questions. Now let's see document drafting. VAIOT AI legal assistance can help users create customized and legally binding documents that suits their needs and their preferences, including personal contracts, legal letters, formal appeal, power of attorney, wills, contract cancellation, etc. The AI can provide guidance on what clauses to include and what legal language to use in specific circumstances. Okay, so well, if this can be achieved, then it's a great thing. But honestly speaking, this is also a hard thing to achieve. But let's see what their AI tool can do in the future. Agreement analysis. VAIOT AI legal assistance can help consumer review contracts and other legal documents before signing them, as well as check for errors, inconsistencies, or potential risk in existing documents. This can include loan and rental agreements, employee contracts, insurance contracts, property deeds, sales agreements. Okay, so well, again, this is a promise. This thing has not yet executed. I am not saying that they won't execute it, they probably will execute it, but as of now such thing doesn't exist with these people, and that's why it's just hard to justify this valuation. And these are a couple of other things which they will try to accomplish. Now let's see what this is. Blockchain legal services. Blockchain legal services are the service that combines the unique characteristics of blockchain technology and digital assets with practice of law allowing for completely novel solutions and providing new contexts for legal interventions. Some possible use cases for such service include. So now they are also saying that these are just possible use cases. They are also not sure whether they will be able to execute such things or not. So that's what I'm saying. When if you don't understand any project, just ask a simple direct questions. How many customers are paying these people? What is the amount they are paying to these people? How much of that payment is given back to the investors or the community members? These are the key questions. Without that, you cannot understand the internal growth of any project. Internal growth is the key. Without internal growth, you cannot expect to have some extraordinary returns on your hard earned money. Decentralized dispute resolution. This is a process that uses blockchain-based platforms or protocols to resolve dispute without relying on traditional courts or mediators. Where AI legal assistance can help users access and participate in decentralized dispute resolution mechanisms such as arbitration or mediation that are faster, cheaper, and more transparent than conventional method. Okay, so now again, as I keep saying that is this product in existence? That's the biggest question. So well, this is their light paper, and I'm sure that white paper will be way more detailed. And again, let's go back to the Telegram now, if we can find something interesting on the Telegram group. Let's see what we can see. Again, this is VAIOT single asset staking is about staking. So staking is not a product. Let me be clear. Staking is not a product. Again, let me be clear. A real product is considered when a customer pays you. Staking is another form of gambling which investors do, but because staking has been generalized so very well enough that people have forgotten that the real money comes only from users, not from doing staking. And anything which is related to investors doesn't give you the real growth in any cryptocurrency project. But if there are customers, if there are users who are paying you chunks and chunks of money, meaning millions and millions of dollars every year in one or another way, then only you can expect that the particular project is having a real growth, or at least they had real growth, and in the future also they will, if they continue what they are doing, then they will keep having the real growth. Because what you are seeking as an investor is internal growth, whether you accept it or not, but that's what will give you the satisfaction. Internal growth again is when customer pays a cryptocurrency project or team. Okay, that's the place from where internal growth comes, and that's what as an investor you are seeking. Whether maybe you are not aware of this reality, maybe you are aware of this reality, I don't know, but if you are very basic smart investor, I am pretty confident that you are aware of this simple reality, but because of the noise in the cryptocurrency market, you are overlooking this reality. That's probably the only problem with you, and that's okay. That happens sometimes. Noise gets so high, and the volatility in the market gets so much noisy that you forget that the core focus of yours should be on the internal growth of the project, which is how many customers are paying and what amount they are paying every day, every week, every month. That's what you gotta find out as an investor. So I hope I did justice by giving my wisdom to you. If first of all, if you find it wisdomful, then only. Apart from that, if you really like this video, then please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. And we are also planning a very power packed cryptocurrency project, which will totally focus on the growth of the users and community. And if you want to be part of such thing, and our main goal is to focus on the internal growth of top community members, their internal bonding, the more the internal bonding between the community members, the more automated the project will become. So the project should be on working on its own, just like Bitcoin is a product which works on its own. It doesn't need to change. Coca-Cola is the same product since last 100 years. Same way, when there is a powerful community bonding between top investors and community members, then they can also handle the project and makes the project automated. Once the project gets automated, the product also self evolves and users start paying in infinite amount of money. It's possible only when there is a solid internal bond between community members. So that's what we are targeting. That's again, I think that this is an internal approach, internal growth approach. When community members bonding is solid, infinite, then and then you, whatever product you launch, whatever project you built, it can always be improvised, and then it can become an automatic product which grows on itself. So that is a simple concept, simple idea, which we are focusing on. We are focusing on the internal growth, and gradually we will try to improvise, and probably that improvisation will happen only through community members. So automatically, when there is a powerful community backing up any project, it is likely to grow, whether as a founder I stay there or not. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to be part of my project, then you can join my Telegram group. I'll just put the link in the description. And still, we don't have that much big community, but I hope that the more people will watch this video and understand, the more people will join my Telegram community, and hopefully we'll have a great product in the coming couple of years or more. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like it, and take care. Bye bye. Have a great day.